Most FM to talk about food, hospitality, gardening, and all the people that involved in all this. And of course, music, because we are the radio station. We are recording our show live on Facebook page, which is called Taranaki Foodies. Have a look at it, and also on YouTube and on Twitter. We are Olina Williams and Warwick Foyd, local foodies and the Most FM broadcasters. And our visitors today, Oli Foy and Nathan Griffith. Our guests today are Irina Danic and Inga Minina, our local foodies with a love of Russian cuisine. Hello, girls.
Hello.
Hi. We're going to listen to the first song, which is called New Year Toys, and it's obviously in Russian. Have a listen, people. Microphones are off.
That's pretty cool.
I don't even need cool kids' glasses to do. Yeah, so.
Can we have a little bit louder so we can listen to it?
Yes, we can. This is like a pop, like 90s, pop 90s, right?
90s? No, I think it's 80s.
80s?
I think it is.
Do you like the song, Warren?
I like the beat of it.
Yeah.
I like the song.
I had a discussion with Andy Bassett, another broadcaster, and he said that every person has their favorite beat, and it depends on kind of a personality, on how quick they are, how slow they are. So.
I like this.
Yeah. This is about New Year's toys and the Christmas tree.
I have never heard of this
Will you
singer.
repeat this? Will you repeat this again? Tomorrow or sometime?
The song.
And not the song, but the program.
It is staying on Facebook. You can share it.
Well, just thinking if I'm going to be driving back home tomorrow, I could listen to this. It will be
Yes, you
better.
can go to our Facebook group and you can listen to the whole show again. If you have data, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Inga, did you just arrive yesterday?
Yes, very late. And was really kind, waiting for me.
Because Inga used to live in Taranaki, and then she's got a job as a doctor in Auckland, and she moved there, but she sometimes returns back.
I had a job here too. Excuse me.
Yeah. I mean, you worked here, and then you worked in Auckland. What is life in Auckland like now?
Well, I am so happy and extremely lucky being out of Auckland right now because we have been there for a long time. We had all this awful, well, maybe it's not the right word, but challenging lockdowns for 3 months.
Probably it's hard even for doctor because being at the right of the center of it.
Yeah.
Are you working with COVID patients or are you GP?
Myself, I am a GP. Myself, I haven't had a single positive case, but practice when we can does have some positive patients.
Do you think, I know the vaccine's working, but the numbers are right down. Do you think people have stopped getting tested because they don't want to get locked up for Christmas? That's my theory.
Well, that's one of the ways to think about it, but maybe, just maybe, vaccine is good.
Oh, it's definitely working.
Yeah, we do.
But I also think when you hear there's one case in Waitara, that means there's more than one case in Waitara.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
The way it's so infectious.
Welcome back to the studio of Taranaki Foodies with Area 41. We are Olina Williams, Warwick Foyd, and our guests, Irina Danic and Inga Minina, local foodies with a love of Russian cuisine. And there are also extra guests in the studio. Their name is Sofia and Matvey. They're very interesting guests. How old are you, Sofia?
7.
7 years old. And Matvey, how old are you?
10.
10. How would you say hello to me in Russian?
Привет.
Привет, everyone. It's not that I don't know. I just try to pretend. Just try to educate Warwick, basically.
Actually, I did know that word, but I didn't know how to say it. Accent. But, are there other words like hi, g'day, good afternoon, good morning?
Yeah.
Здравствуйте.
Can you tell us some of those?
Доброе утро. Добрый вечер. Пока.
What-
And what's the official way to
What's-
say hello if it's someone, if it's your boss or your teacher? Because it's not necessarily привет, you're using another word.
Like a formal version of it.
Yeah.
Здравствуйте.
Yeah.
what does it? Do you know what it means?
It means hi.
The formal way.
Like maybe hello,
Ah.
hello.
It's a bit more
So
formal.
privyet is like
Hi.
That's hi.
Mhm. Wow, we just listened to an amazing song which was suggested by Irina. Irina is a doctor, and she has chosen the song which is called New Year Toys. What is it about?
Well, I think the name just says it all. This is about Christmas toys, Christmas tree, good Christmas spirit, and it has good bits, just like you said.
What sort of toys did you get as a child for a Christmas present?
For Christmas presents, all sorts of toys. You can have bike, or I don't
This
know.
is actually from a rich
Or
family, I'm
dress,
sure.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah, horses, small toys. What
Books.
else? Books, yeah, books was a good present. Yeah.
I remember when I lived at home, and then one of the kind of a common present for every child, it was like a set of chocolates with some mandarins
Oh,
in
yes, that's right. Yes, we had a special presents from school in particular. Yes, you're right, Ariana.
it.
Yes, we had those presents. They specially packed, and I have one of the examples in here. They would come in the boxes. There would be a different chocolates, mandarinas, maybe walnuts, things like this. Yes, Matvi, that's the box. Yeah.
And you see, we try to introduce it to our children here in New Zealand, try to persuade them that mandarins as a present is a good, thing.
Might not
Couldn't
work.
do this. Just like you go to the supermarket and buy them every day of the year. Why are they so
Yeah.
special? But back in Russia, mandarins was always like a winter fruit, and we
I
had
think yes,
quite
it
a-
was seasonal, isn't it?
Mm,
So
it was.
this is, yeah.
Because in Russia, obviously, there are no oranges or mandarins or any other citrus growing, so we would only get them imported
Christmas?
around Christmas time.
Mhm.
So that over the years, decades, it has become a tradition that Christmas smells like mandarin.
That's really interesting. So, a lot of people ask me, how do Russians celebrate Christmas? And I always tell them that we have Christmas on the other day of the year. So, do you girls want to tell me about this tradition?
Well, Russian Orthodox Church has Christmas Day celebrated on the 7th of January. It's usually traditionally a religious day where people go to church, right? Yeah. So, yeah, this is quite a quieter day, I would say, than a New Year, because New Year comes first. So that's when we have our Ded
Most
Moroz.
efforts.
Yes, со Снегурочкой.
So that goes a little bit in the history of Russian Federation. And so there was a period of time when there was no Christmas allowed in the country. And that's why New Year's had become the biggest celebration of the year. And so because of that, we were celebrating mostly New Year's for the time when Russia was a communist country. And then slowly but surely people returned to Christmas, but somehow the tradition to celebrate New Year more wildly and
Yes.
more fun in a fun way had stuck. So usually New Year's it's a time when lots of people get together, they have dancing, they have drinking, they have lots of fun. And then Christmas it's more of a family occasion where you just get together with your family, maybe your slightly extended family, and have a nice dinner and kind of have a calm.
Yeah, and lots of people do go to church.
Yeah, go to
At
church.
night, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So during the communist era, there was no Christmas celebration at all.
I think they probably it was
So
celebrated, but
officially it wasn't allowed, and also it was there were about 70 years of communism, and the things evolved around this. Initially, it actually was quite sad because they would completely burn the churches and kill the priests and all of that kind of stuff when it's all just started. But then with time going past, with decades going past, it became a little less strict and serious, and churches slowly opened and all that. But it kind of wasn't cool to go to church. it was kind of uncool, and it's only old people who did this. So certainly wasn't promoted or encouraged at schools because we all were pioneers. Have you been pioneer? Did you wear a tie when you were in school?
Oh yes, yes.
So we all were little communists.
Brainwashed.
So when Gorbachev opened up the Soviet Union, perestroika and glasnost, right?
Yes, very good.
Which one means opening, the other one means
Restructuring.
Restructuring,
Yeah,
Perestroika.
yeah,
Is it what you said?
Yeah.
yeah, restructuring and glasnost means freedom of speech. Yeah.
So when that came in, when Gorbachev fought that in the late 80s, when and how did Christmas start to be celebrated again?
So soon, I wouldn't be able to tell you exact date, but soon after that happened, the churches started to be open, not so much encouraged right away, but in a few years after that, they started encouraging all the religion. And at the moment, I haven't been in Russia for a while, but from what I hear, they're actually slowly walking backwards and trying to encourage people to go to churches. They encourage people to focus on the family. Because when I went to Russia last time, which was about 7 or 8 years ago, I felt like I went in a kind of sexual revolution because you drive past and you see this huge billboards of half naked people. What's going on? It's like a big brothel, but apparently it's not like that anymore.
I think people are trying to return back to their roots in a lot of ways because every country needs ideology and religion provides it. And for example, going back many centuries ago, Christmas was reunited godchildren and godparents. So godchildren supposed to go to their godparents to their house, bring them gifts. Children bringing gifts to adults, and I like that. And grandparents, well, if godparents are not available, we'll move around. Then you go to the grandparents, and godparents or grandparents provide a special traditional dish which is called kutia, which is grains with dried fruits and nuts, and they'll get together, eat. Grandparents and good parents are supposed to give money for kids for their performances. So if child sing a song or dance, then they're given something. Or homemade lollies. I remember all this. Little lollies on the sticks in the form of a rooster or something like that. So it was quite fun. But it just shows how ancient I am. Several centuries old.
Come on.
I could officially announce your age because you had the most weekend party, you had to scan your vaccine pass.
Oh.
But I have to admit I was gentleman enough to avert my eyes when your birthday came up on the screen, so unfortunately I don't know. Carrie, tell us.
Well, let's live it. Russian women don't like talking about this.
But this is our type of relations. Now I have to either trust him with all my heart or kill him. So one and also nothing in between.
Russian thing to say.
Russian thing to say. Yeah. So talking about kutia as a traditional food, what are the traditional Russian dishes you brought back to New Zealand and perform, should I say, cook in a constant way or usual way?
Okay, well, you probably know, I don't know, what is one of the most favorite foods for Russian.
Well, I have my own favorite one.
Oh, do you? Okay, but it's always type of salads, isn't it?
Well, not for me.
Not, but often. Okay, and I think we have the hearing under the coat.
Under the coat, my person. I haven't had it for.
Sounds so horrible, isn't it?
Exactly, but it's-
Well, no, it's not, because if you think about it, Russia is a cold country.
Yeah.
And whoever goes out or is in the country needs to be warm. It needs a coat, right? So that's how we make it.
No, but basically it's a hearing under the layers of different type of vegetables. Yeah, so we've got potatoes, onion, carrots,
Some people like apple. I do like a bit of a grated apple.
and the very top one is beetroot, of course.
Yeah.
And there is all layers in between I have
Maya.
mine, yeah.
And so when you look at it, like I have made it for
It looks
designs
pretty,
for
though.
for my
Looks pretty for Russian eye, not for anyone else.
No. My friends loved it and they said, "Oh my God, that salad looks like a cake because when you cut it, you can see the different layers, like rainbow layers, and they're beautiful."
Yeah.
And quite a few of them have appreciated taste as well.
So the herring is a whole fish.
We cut it.
Yes,
And-
salted herring.
Preserved.
Salted or marinated herring, yes.
Like
and
a
then you
pickled
cut
one.
in a small pieces. Yes,
Chop them.
chop them
And
quite
this
small.
is cold,
Yes,
You
it's
serve
in
it
the fridge,
cold.
yes.
so it's. I'm trying to picture this cold vegetables with preserved fish underneath.
So good. I'm
I have
so
to
I
cook you
feel
one.
sorry
I
for
never
the
lost
time.
it. She will make one for you.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
And we'll come. You let us know in advance when you're making it. We'll all join.
I'm cooking for Warren
I
because he knows when my
haven't
birthday is.
I haven't met any New Zealander who would love this type of salad. I'm sorry to say.
Well, you must have haven't made too many because all my friends love it and they often ask, "Can you put me in
They're
that?"
just afraid of you.
So this
Yeah.
is the herring in the coat, is that right?
Yeah.
So what's the
Oh,
Russian
in the
name?
coat, yes. in the coat.
Russian name for it.
Селедка под шубой.
And I'm definitely interested, but the beetroot and fish idea is troubling
All
me.
the vegetables are boiled first before, so they're not raw.
Then grated.
And they're grated, yes. Yeah.
And then it becomes a bit of a mix of flavors. It's very, very good.
Yes.
My husband's favorite dish is stuffed cabbages, and sometimes I do stuffed capsicums as well. And we'll always add a little bit of rice in it. So it's a very nutritious dish because it has everything. It has carbs, it has proteins, it has fats in it. And it's really easy to use because it's portioned as well. So, and my son's favorite dish is pelmeni, which is Russian dumplings, or vareniki, which is Ukrainian dumplings. And I would like to ask Matvey and Sofia, do you know what pelmeni are made of?
They're made out of dough, and I like to call them meatballs, but they're actually meat.
Yeah, like a mince.
They're like dumplings, yes. Did you
Yes.
say dumplings?
Yes, dumplings.
Yes.
Have you ever tried one with fruits?
Fruit.
I like
That's
one
vareniki.
Cherries, yes. This is Ukrainian recipe. They're much bigger than Russian pelmeni, and they're usually served with sour cream and with either cherries or strawberries inside. So, Matvey, what do you usually eat your dumplings with? So, meat inside, dough outside, and what else is in the bowl?
Tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce. This is very American, isn't it?
Everything much tastier with
say
tomato
ketchup.
sauce.
I like it in broth.
Broth. I like it in broth too with a little bit of vinegar.
Yeah.
And some people add horseradish, some people add mustard or
Oh gosh,
Horseradish
we're
is
all
amazing.
different. I like it with sour cream.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
I believe that some time ago it might have been a reason for a war.
How do you like it, Sophia?
Same as mine.
Same as mom. And I heard Sophia's favorite dish has a very, very hard name. It's hard to pronounce for any New Zealander, but I'll try my best because I'm still Russian. Okay. It's called she. Is that true?
So what is it called in how do you say it in so people can understand what is that? It's a cabbage soup. It's a cabbage
All right.
soup.
So I've heard that she is made of two types of cabbage. Sometimes it's fresh cabbage, sometimes it's a marinated cabbage. What type of soup of she do you like, Sophia?
I don't know.
I don't know. It just comes in a plate.
Make it.
I can hear mom giving some advice.
We make it with both. So we use both. We use the fresh cabbage, and then I use some marinated one as well, which is sauerkraut. So we use both. They need to be a bit on the sour side. This type of
Space
soup,
too.
yes, and it has a lots of vegetables. So you first boil your meat, right? Yes, you boil it very well, and then what do we do next? Oh, and then we put some cabbage in there because it needs to be boiled very well as well. Then some potatoes, lots of onion. What else do we put? Tomatoes.
Carrots.
I put a little bit of capsicum, carrots, Yes, and
Capsicum is a novelty because.
then of course parsley and dill.
Oh, deal.
Oh,
Russian food has lots of dill. in
Yeah,
it.
we love dill.
what about the tomato sauce?
Yes, we put tomato paste. We
You
put
just-
tomato paste in there too.
A little representative of tomatoes industry, tomatoes New Zealand industry.
We all love this type of soup.
But there are a lot of sweet dishes in Russia as well. So I think that the first Russian recipe books is dated 11th century. I think those dishes were, of course, different measurements and things like that. But still, they had some drinks, they had some desserts, they had some starters and the mains. So is there any Russian dessert that Matvey or Sophia absolutely love?
I like the pancakes that my mum makes.
Okay. Kudos to mom, well done. What's inside the pancakes? What are you eating it with?
I usually eat with Nutella.
Nutella. Okay. I'm surprised that it's not some tomatoes.
I
Tomato
love that.
sauce, no.
I think it's a perfect time to listen to our second song, which is called New Year Song by Discotheque Disaster. That's
Avaria.
translation. That's translation of the names. Yeah. Irina, you wouldn't believe it, but they've been talking for 25 minutes.
Oh, that,
Oh,
that will went fast. So finished.
No, we're still about the second go to that. If you want to open any books or anything, it's a good time to do it now because then after the third song we are all done. Yeah, so how was it for you? Is it all good? Not
Oh
scary?
yeah, also,
Yes.
I like it with lemon and sugar.
Lemon and sugar. This is a very English way to consume.
pancakes.
Yeah. So what's in this box? Matvey, tell us.
Nothing.
Well, you can take this box. I brought it for you. Are you guys good in sharing things? Tell us. Can you share with your sister well without actually having a major fight or just damaging anyone?
Yes.
Mom, stop saying things. So Matvey, can you please reach? There is like a little house with a little elf. It says some Russian words on it. Just open some things and just share.
Is it
with-
chocolate for us?
Wow, how did you guess? You must be a mind reader.
Yeah. No, I just felt how heavy it is, and then I just shook it a bit, and then I heard the plastic go in, so I knew it
Okay.
had to be some sort of wrapping.
Oh, so it's not mind reading, it's just being very clever.
Oh my goodness, is this full for us?
Yes, it's so yeah.
I
but,
just wonder what they need
Sophia,
to say.
Thank you.
I would prefer it in Russian.
How do you say it in Russian?
Спасибо. Спасибо.
Very good. It is a little bit of a cultural lesson for everyone.
I like these.
Oh my god, I wouldn't open them straight away. Are we?
So I'll ask you to show some books next time, but this you can take home and just finish it at home because quite a lot of it you wouldn't
Is
be
it
able
just a
to do it.
pleasure for us?
Yes, it is. Is that all right? You don't mind?
Yes.
They didn't give you a bike like your mom bought for her Christmas presents.
To go on snow.
I would never
I'd rather
forget
prefer
it.
this.
I'm going to mock you about it till the end of your life.
Like a very name of the radio because the people thinking it's sharks radio.
No, it's called The Most FM, our radio is, and at the moment we are live and the people on the radio can hear this wonderful song, which is a Russian disco song. But those who are on a Facebook group called Taranaki Foodies, they can just join in and listen, see us live.
This is 90. This one.
This is nice.
47.
They still exist, this
Yes, they
group?
do exist. But I think they sing same song. Maybe they created
Over and over.
anything better.
Maybe they don't sing it, maybe just like a
You're-
podcast. So for people who are not from Russia, like Nathan and Oli, how do you feel about the song? Is it choppy enough to dance?
Whenever I listen to foreign music, I often compare it to something I've already heard.
Okay, that's a good way to
Yeah.
consume.
The first song I heard actually sounded a bit like K-pop to me,
Okay.
and this one, I don't know. It's much faster than a lot of the music that I've heard.
Okay.
Anybody else want a beer?
I would like it. Yeah.
I think it's a
Oh,
bit
sorry,
of a
no.
rap, like, isn't
Help
it?
yourself. You know how to do it?
Yeah. Anybody else?
I'm fine, thank you.
Go for it.
Carry third down.
Yeah, cool.
I think there's maybe a кружки, которые здесь надо было попробовать.